a sacrifice bunt and bounce back to the mound. And we are underway. First pitch swung on and missed. A fastball on the outside part of the plate. Eddie didn't get it. It's 0-1. White is ready to work again. The wind and the pitch. Breaking ball slides inside, and it's 1-1. Earlier today, you heard the Merrill Blue Jays knock off the DC Everest Evergreens. 8-5. The wind by White and the pitch. That's high outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
All right, let's go. 10.
And the pitch. Swung on and missed. And it's 2-2 now.
And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, Jordan.
The East Line Jacks.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here in the first inning. The wind by White and the pitch. Shot toward shortstop. And the charge, the throw across is going to be in time. Shortstop Jared Halber, and hiding is gone here in the first inning for the first out. And that'll bring up Brand. He's catching tonight. Brand has been PHing a lot, lefty, good hitter. And he's a left-handed thrower, too, which makes the idea that he is catching sort of unique. We don't see a left-handed catcher too often, but he will get some of that work for the Lumberjacks. And the first pitch to Brand is a breaking ball low and outside, ball 1. We are high above the field here at Witter Field. The press box is right behind home plate, but well up in the air. It's an interesting view and viewpoint for the game. Here's the pitch by White, and that's lifted in the air, fouled on the third base line, playable, and a number of players converging, and they can't make a play. It drops foul. Left fielder, shortstop, and third baseman were all over there, but it dropped foul about 25 feet away from the infield circle and foul ground. 1-1 now to Brand.
Nonetheless, they found that.
And the lefty will stand back in there.
Go, Willie. Let's go, that boy.
So 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Willie.
Wind by White and the pitch. Popped up, foul ground again. Brand is going to go down the first base line. Actually, it's going to be a fair ball caught by the first baseman. He thought that was going to be foul. It came off his bat, but Brand is gone on a pop out to first base. And with 2 down, then we end up hearing Daniel, the left fielder. Daniel had a single in 4 trips against the Warriors on Tuesday. And the wide by White, and the pitch to Daniel is outside, ball 1.
This pitch is outside. Both teams were in red jerseys.
White ready to work, and here it comes. Fastball outside corner, 1-1 now to Daniel.
Yeah, all right. Come on.
White ready to work again. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. He went after a high outside fastball and didn't get it. 1-2 now with 2 down.
Hey, nice job.
As Eric Daniel down the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
White ready to work. Here he comes. Breaking ball, chopped foul down the third base side, and the count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the first inning, no score from Witter Field. The wind and the pitch way outside, and it's 2-2 now.
Come on, Eric. All right.
He's playing pretty much even in the outfield.
Long look in for the sign. Now he's ready. The 2-2 pitch. High and outside again, and the count runs full now.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here.
The main thing is finding the strike zone and being consistent.
And the pitch. Swung on and missed. He went after some high heat and didn't get it, and Daniel is gone. And the first inning is history for the Lumberjacks. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Score after a half inning of play. It's East 0 and Rapids. Special pitched 2 innings in the win earlier this season, and the first pitch to Halmer on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. He pitched 2 innings in the game against Wausau in that victory. And the next pitch is another strike on the outside corner. Check swing by Halmer, and no, but it was a called strike, so it's 0-2 now. Whitmark pitching out of the windup. Here it comes. Breaking ball is Heiding ranges up the middle. The throw across is in time. Nice job by Jordan Heiding. Ball wasn't hit hard enough to get through to center field. Heiding was able to range up the middle and make the play, and threw out Halmer for the first out of the inning. Heiding's been battling back from that tough game he had against Marshfield, where he kicked a couple of routine plays in extra innings. Had a good game against West the other day, and made a nice play to start here tonight against Rapids. Next pitch from Whitmark to Derek Kriskowski is down low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Kriskowski is a sophomore playing left field tonight for Wisconsin Rapids. Left-handed hitter. Whitmark ready to work again, and it's lined into right center field. Dankey's ranging over. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 quick outs here for Rapids in the bottom of the first, and Brady Jack in the center field will stand in. Jack, a right-handed hitter, and Whitmark ready to work. First pitch, breaking ball high, and it's 0-1. The 1-0 pitch. That's a little bit outside, and it is 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball, and it's 2-1 now. Turning out to be a pretty nice night here in Wisconsin Rapids. The sun is out. There's a pitch outside, and it's 3-1 now. The sun is going down enough where it's clouding up to the west enough where the sun is not a problem for the third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder. It can be a problem here this time of the evening in Wisconsin Rapids. Next pitch is a high strike at the letters, and the count now full 3-2 to Brady Jacket. Ben Schubring at third was having all kinds of problems during warm-ups with the ball, the sun in his eyes. Ground ball to the hole, it's short. Heiding bobbles it, bounces up to him, throw across, stretch by Corbett, and he dropped the ball. Corbett with a big stretch, and couldn't hang on to the low throw from Heiding. Heiding made the play in the hole, had a long throw across. Corbett almost made the play, and couldn't hang on to the baseball. That is going to be, boy, tough play to call a hit, tough play to call an error. I guess you got to call it an error on the shortstop. So Heiding will pick up the error, and Rapids has a runner on here with 2 outs in the first inning. He initially bobbled it. That's what cost him. First pitch to Tyler Wittenberg, the catcher, is high for a ball. And then he had to hurry the throw. It was a long throw, and they almost made the play. Corbett with that long stretch. He can do the splits. Comes from his hockey goalie days, I would imagine. He was, of course, the goalie on the East hockey team. He's able to do the splits. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Now throw down by Brand to first base, and Jack in his back. Willie Brand, as a left-hander, has the easier throw down to first base than he does to third, unlike a right-handed catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. Whitmark the stretch. And the pitch. Foul tip back to the screen, and it's 1-2 now. Outfield straight away for Tyler Wittenberg, junior catcher for Wisconsin Rapids. Lumberjacks trying to even their Valley record at 2-2 if they can get a win here tonight. The stretch, the check, and the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes, and it's swung on and missed, and the inning is over. So Whitmark gets a strikeout. The error doesn't hurt. And the Rapids Raiders are done here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. And the score after 1 complete, 0-0. Back in a moment. You're listening to East. Ben Schubring will stand in here to face Matt White, and he's ready to work. First pitch swung on and missed, and it's strike 1. to Schubring. Schubring had an up and down day against West. He bounced into a double play, but he also walked twice and hit a sac fly. Drove in one of the runs for the Lumberjacks in the win over the Warriors. Next pitch is high and outside, and it's 1-1. He also was playing first base and had trouble with some pop-ups. The East infield had trouble with pop-ups. They let 3 routine pop-ups drop in the wind against West on Tuesday. A 1-1 pitch, and Schubring lifts it in the air to left center field. That's trouble. That's going to drop, and it's going to be cut off nicely by the center fielder. That's going to hold Schubring to a single. Good job out there by the Rapids center fielder, Nick Jackin, to cut that one off and hold Schubring to a single to lead off here in the second inning. It was in the gap in left center field, but it was hit more on a fly than it was on a line, and that allowed Jackin to get over there and cut that off. Cam Gritzmacher will hit, and the first pitch is an outside corner strike, and it's 0-1. All right, I guess we've had some changes to the Rapids lineup from the one I was given, so we'll get those changes here in just a little bit. The stretch by White in the pitch, breaking ball, that just misses, and it is 1-1. That is Robbie Jenks playing out in center field. He is a senior. Jackin playing third base. And the pitch outside. Leads the ball 2-1. Schubring, not a whole lot of speed down at first base.
So Schubring with the first hit of the ball game. He's at first base.
Gritzmacher steps in, this pitch to White, and that's a line drive to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Actually more of a flare out to center field that drops in to no man's land out there, and East with a couple of hits here to lead off the second inning. Singles by Schubring and Gritzmacher will bring Widmark to the plate with nobody out and 2 on. Now let's see if East decides to play small ball with the bottom of the lineup coming up. Will they have Widmark drop down a bunt here to move both runners into scoring position for Corbett, Peterson, or Denke? Widmark will dig in. The lefty with the stretch, White and the pitch. Widmark's going to swing away and take a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Nothing in 1 as the runners take their leads. And the pitch. Breaking ball, and Widmark once again takes a strike. And we talked about this in the last game. Widmark takes a lot of good pitches for strikes. He struck out twice and grounded to second in the game against West on Tuesday. The 0-2 pitch. That's low and outside. Ball 1-2 with the fastball. Widmark's got to take advantage of good pitches or strikes when they're there. Be a little bit more aggressive at the plate. The 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Breaking ball, he got a piece of that out in front of it, but fouled it off. It stays alive. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Go, Willie. Shoot it. Behind him. Not too far, right there.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Ian Corbett is the hitter on deck for the Lumberjacks. And the pitch, and he waves at an outside pitch and strikes out. Non-productive at bat right there, and the runners stay where they are. Still at first and second, and Ian Corbett, the first baseman, will stand in. Well, you get the first 2 runners on base, you've got to take advantage of it, especially with a chance to take the early lead in the game. So now Corbett or Peterson will have to deliver here for the Lumberjacks. First pitch to Corbett is high and outside, ball 1. Both teams wearing red jerseys here tonight. Rapids, though, with white numerals. The Jacks have black numerals with white trim. East has those red stripes down the side of their pants. Corbett follows one back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Wind is still blowing out to left center field, and then switching around maybe to center at times. 375 to dead center here at Witter Field. 320 down the lines. Very reachable tonight, especially in left. The stretch and the pitch. Corbett takes one in the dirt, blocked nicely, and now they're going to throw down to second base, and he's going to be out. Oh, my. Just a bad base running by Ben Schubring as he got picked off second base as Witter guns him out at second, and there are 2 down here. Schubring took a good second sliding back in. Schubring slid right into the tag, and he is out for the second out of the inning. So now, 2 down, a 2-1 count on Corbett. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Now a throw down to first, and Gritzmacher dives back in. So as we've seen here, at least in this inning, Wittenberg not afraid to throw the ball around with runners on base. 3-1 the count on Corbett.
3-1 the count to Corbett.
The stretch and the pitch. And he fouls that one back to the screen, and it is full now, 3-2. Lumberjacks playing themselves out of a possible big inning here. A strikeout with runners on first and second, and then a runner getting picked off second base. The stretch by White and the pitch. Outside and high, ball 4. So Corbett will walk. Gritzmacher goes down to second, and now instead of the bases loaded and 1 out, there are runners on first and second with 2 outs for Adam Peterson. Peterson, right-handed hitter. Second baseman tonight. The stretch by White. He's working quickly. Here's the pitch. Peterson takes his strike. Just below runners, and it's 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Nothing in 1 to Adam Peterson.
2 outs here.
The wide and the stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball drops in, catches the corner on the outside part of the plate. 0-2 now. So now Peterson in a big hole, trying to get East on the board if he can dump one in somewhere.
Further back, Dylan.
Runners take their leads. Here's the pitch, high and outside. 1-2. We're in the top of the second inning. No score here at Witter Field.
White looks in for the sign.
Runners take their leads. And the pitch.
And
Check swing in the dirt, blocked by Wittenberg, but the runner's going to go to third. And they're going to tag the runner out, and the home plate umpire said it wasn't a swing. They're going to appeal out to the base umpire. He says no swing as well. So it will be advancing to third. Corbett is still at first. The ball was in the dirt, blocked by Wittenberg. It was a check swing, and it was a pretty close play as to whether or not he swung or not. The umpires both said no. So now East with runners at the corners. 2-2 count on Adam Peterson. White with the pitch. Strike 3 call. Peterson wow. In fact, he looked at 3 strikes in that at bat, and he is gone and the inning is over. So the Lumberjacks put some runners on base, but can't capitalize. No runs, 2 hits. Nick Jacken, he's playing third base, so we got that figured out. Whitmark's ready to work. First pitch is swung on and missed. It's a strike. And it's 0-1. Nothing in 1 the count. And the pitch. Breaking ball stays high. Pops out of the glove of Willie Brandt. It was high for a ball, 1-1. I'll send out congratulations to the East soccer team who got a nice win last night. The girls beat Wausau West 2-1 in overtime, scoring late in that one. The 1-1 count. Fouled back to the screen, actually fouled out of play, and it is 1-2 now on Matt White. Wind now blowing a bit harder out toward left field. And Daniel in left isn't playing that deep. Here's a pitch high and outside, and it's 2-2 now. Get a ball up in the air in left field tonight. It's going to go. The line and the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just a bit high, and the count now full. Whitmark had a lot of break on that ball, but it stayed upstairs. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Strike 3 called inside corner. Nice pitch right there. Not much White could do with that. In on his hands, but caught the corner, and he's gone for the first down of the inning, and that'll bring up Reed Frederick, the right fielder. This baseball brought to you in part by Brainerd Funeral Home, helping people celebrate lives past with personalized funeral services. Brainerd Funeral Home, supporting Lumberjack sports. Whitmark ready to work. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, and he had Frederick punching on that, but it's 0-1. And had a lot of break as well. Started coming right at the hitter and broke over the plate for a strike. 0-1. And Whitmark working quickly. Another breaking ball. That crashes the outside. 2 now. Whitmark pretty sharp so far here tonight. And working quickly. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside. Trying to get Frederick to go fishing. He wouldn't do it. 1-2 now. Bob Galita, the Rapids coach, coaching down at third base. Pitch by Widmark. Fastball, strike 3 called. Outside corner at the letters, and back-to-back strikeouts looking for Bryce Widmark, and that'll bring up Nick Jacken, the third baseman. Third strikeout of the game for Widmark.
Jackson steps in. 2 outs here.
And Widmark ready to work. Line in the pitch, high with the fastball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes. By the way,
2 down, nobody on here for Rapids in the second inning. The wind by Widmark in the pitch, another one high and tight. 2-0 now.
2 balls,
2 balls and no strikes to Nick Jacken. Widmark ready to work. Here it comes. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Widmark long look in this time, and the 2-1 pitch. Fastball popped up foul and back behind us over the top, and out of play. And the count now 2-2. A reminder, tomorrow it will be Everest baseball, a doubleheader against Appleton East. And I believe that all begins at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Here on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1390, FM 93.9. Breaking ball, a little number down the first baseline. Widmark's going to field and throw him out for the third out of the inning. So a good inning for Bryce Widmark here in the second. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Score after 2 complete. Nothing. Back in a moment. You're listening for the first time here tonight. And Matt White ready to work. The first pitch to Denke swung on and missed. A little bit out in front of that one. It's 0-1. Light's starting to take effect here at Witter Field a little more now. The wide and the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed.
Hey, you're right there, Tanner. Watch it. Baby, come on now. Drive one here.
Nothing in 2 the count, and White quickly back to the plate again. That just misses outside, and it's 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. White ready to work. Here he comes. That's high outside. 2-2 now. Projects ran themselves out of an inning last inning. Guy picked off second base. The 2-2 count. Strike 3 called inside corner. Denke takes it, and he is gone. First down of the inning. And that'll bring up Jordan Heiting, the shortstop. Heiting grounded out to short his first time up. Both pitchers working around the plate. White does have 1 walk here tonight, but pitchers are pretty effective now. Heiting wanted to drop a bunt down that time and fouled it.
Hey, come on, hold on, next one, kid. Come on, Jordan.
Almost fouled it into his body, and it's 0-1.
Hey,
Third baseman
kid, come on.
for Wisconsin Rapids, Nick Jacken, now will slide up a couple of steps. Still pretty far back on the dirt, maybe a step or 2 in front of the bag. Here's the next pitch. Heiting swings and misses on a fastball, and he's in the hole 0-2. Big gap in right center field here for Jordan Heiting. Right fielder shaded over toward the line a little bit. Center fielder a couple of steps to the left field side of second base. The wind and the 0-2 pitch. High and outside with the fastball, 1-2.
Come on, Jordan. Keep battling here. Let's go.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Took something off that one, dropped in the curveball for a strike, and Heiting is gone. So White says, all right, Bryce Widmark, you had a couple of cold third strikes the last half inning. I can do it too. And he's got 2 to start the third here, and Willie Brand will stand in. Brand popped out to first base his first time up. Brand has got good opposite field power. See if he can get one up in the jet stream here in left field. Pitch way outside, ball 1. It's a lefty on lefty matchup. Brand digs back in. And White ready to work. The 1-0 pitch way outside again, and it's 2-0 now. 2 balls and no strikes.
No score between these two parties.
The wind and the pitch.
On a 2-0 pitch.
In the dirt, and it's 3-0 now. Brand's got a pretty good on-base average.
Strikes out.
Against West the other day, he walked twice and was hit by a pitch in 4 trips. Game before that, he had a couple of doubles.
3-0 pitch.
Next pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, 3-1.
Nice job. Great location.
3 balls, 1 strike.
He's got a pretty good eye and a pretty good stick as well.
Shifting just a little bit more towards center.
The 3-1 count and the pitch. Here it comes, and Brand is going to dump one into center field. That's going to come for a base hit. So the Lumberjacks have a base runner here with 2 outs. It's the 3rd hit of the night for East. And they'll bring up Eric Daniel, the left fielder. Daniel struck out his first time up. And we're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher. And I believe that is Brennan Becker.
Courtesy 18.
And it is Brennan Becker running for Brand at first base.
Come on, Eric.
So Daniel comes to the plate, and let's see if the Lumberjacks try to get Becker down to second base here with 2 outs. Wittenberg has already showed he's got a good throwing arm. Becker has okay speed, not blindingly fast, but with 2 down, you might want to take a shot to try to get him down there into scoring position. Daniel at the plate. Becker inches off the bag, not much of a lead there. And with the lefty on the mound, you can't get a bigger one. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch, it's 0-1. That's the other problem. You can't get as big a lead as you normally would with the lefty on the hill.
No balls, 1 strike.
0-1. Becker inches off again, and the pitch in the dirt squirts away from Wittenberg, and now he can't find it. It's back to the screen. Becker is going to try to go to third. I think he's going to try, and he's going to get there. And Becker will get 2 bases on the wild pitch as the ball squirted through Wittenberg's legs back to the screen, and he couldn't find it. And nobody gave him any help right away. And Becker stayed on his feet instead of sliding into second base, picked up his coach nicely, and got to third on the wild pitch. So now
Flush it out, eh? We need 1 more out. Who's off?
there are any number of ways to score here. Wild pitch, pass ball, base hit, an error. A lot more at third than you would have at second. 1-1 the count to Daniel. Here's the pitch. And Daniel hits one off the end of the bat foul, and he's in the hole 1-2.
Here's 1.
Brennan Becker, the runner at third.
Come on, Edie, what do you say, kid? On that white.
1-2 pitch to Daniel. Takes it in the dirt. That time blocked by Wittenberg. Kept it in front of him, and the count 2-2. East Baseball brought to you in part by Ministry St. Clair's Hospital. Proud to sponsor Lumberjack Sports because the world needs more great teams. Get to know them better at ministryhealth.org. The stretch by White, and here it comes. And Daniel swings and misses, and the inning's over. Lumberjacks get a hit and leave 1, no errors, and 1 man left. The score after 2.5 remains 0-0. Back. And Dylan Schutte will stand in. Here's the pitch from Widmark. There's a strike outside corner, and it is 0-1. Widmark's working very quickly here tonight. Gets the ball back, wants to throw it again. The 0-1 pitch. Bounces a curveball outside, blocked by Brand, and it's 1-1.
Season will be starting at the end of May. 72 game schedule, and we have them all for you right here on the A13 point.
And we get back to action. The 1-1 pitch from Widmark just missed outside, and it's 2-1 now.
To the shooting. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Widmark gets the sign he wants, and he's ready to throw again. The 2-1 pitch. That's inside. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, we need you now, 5.
The wind and the 3-1 pitch. He swung at a ball that time and fouled it at the plate, and the count now full. Pitch was inside, in on his hands, but he took a hack at it. Count full now, 3-2.
Quick Bob
No score, we're in the third.
Third base coach's box.
Line by Whitmark in the pitch, that's high, ball 4. So Whitmark loses shooting to a walk to lead off the inning. That'll bring up Neiman, the second baseman for Wisconsin Rapids.
Here we go.
First walk of the game for Bryce Whitmark.
Issued by Whitlock and Colton Neiman.
And Bob Galita giving signs over to first base. See if Rapids tries to move a runner here. Get the first runner in scoring position to try to knock in this first run of the game. Whitmark the stretch. Runner takes his lead and the pitch. Runner off pretty far. Now Brand makes the throw. He throws that right away, and they might have had a play. Corbett was coming in on a possible bunt.
One ball,
no strikes as the pitch was out of the strike zone. And the base runner, Schutte, was well off the bag. Brand double pumped on the throw because Corbett wasn't on the bag. Whitmark looks over. Stretch, runner takes his lead. And another bunt attempt. This one they get the bunt down. Whitmark's going to field it, have to go to first and does. For the out. And the sacrifice completed. Neiman moves the runner. And there's one down now with a runner at second for the top of the order. Jared Halber will come to the plate. He grounded short his first time up. Wind blowing out to center field now. Still blowing out fairly well.
You got second base. Stretch right now.
And Halber will stand in.
See him.
The stretch and the pitch. High and tight, and it's 1-0. Adam Peterson holding the runner at second base. Stretch by Whitmark. Runner gets a good secondary lead. Here's the pitch. That's high. Now Brand's going to throw down to the bag, and Peterson late getting there. It goes into center field. He thought about going to third, but a good backup by Tanner Denke. That was a good throw by Brand right at the bag, and if Peterson would have got there a little quicker, they might have had a play on the runner. Instead, Peterson got there a bit late. The ball hit off his glove and went out to center field, but Denke alertly backing that play up, keeping the runner right where he is. 2-0 the count now on the hitter. Whitmark takes his lead, and the pitch. That's high inside again, and now 3-0 to Halber. So all of a sudden, Bryce Whitmark struggling with his command a little bit here in the third inning. He had a 1-2-3 second inning. Long look at second base, and now Whitmark ready to work. 3-0, and that's down low, ball 4. So back to 2 outs here in the inning, and a sacrifice in between. And put runners at first and second with 1 out. Derek Kriskowski will come to the plate. The left fielder, he lined out his first time up. Denke made the catch on Kriskowski's ball the last time up. Left-handed hitter stands in. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Whitmark out of the stretch. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 to Kriskowski.
Short is on your tail.
Shortstop coming over to second base. Whitmark throws, and that's nubbed off the end of the bat, foul down the third baseline. And Whitmark ahead here, 0-2. Lumberjack Baseball brought to you in part by Dvorny Orthodontics. See more than a smile. See Dvorny Orthodontics, or you can call them at 715-842-5688. Or visit them online at DvornyOrthodontics.com. And now, Kriskowski's going to go down and have a conversation with his coach, Bob Galita. To make sure that everybody's on the same page with the signs here. But I mean, with 0-2 count, it's very clear what they want Kriskowski to do. Just put the bat on the ball, put it in play. And Whitmark ready to work. The pitch. Outside. Tried to get him after one out of the zone. He wouldn't do it. It's 1-2 now. Runners take their leads. Rip Whitmark out of the stretch once again. Now the runner's going to third. He steps off, throws to third. Now they got the runner in a rundown. They were trying to force a block there on Whitmark. He did a great job. And now Peterson drops the ball. And now everybody's going to be safe. Oh, brother. The defense once again rears its head for the Lumberjacks. They had the runner in a rundown and throw the ball away. And all of a sudden now, Heimer coming out to have a conversation with the umpire about something. I'm wondering if he's asking if there should be runner interference there on the throw. Peterson had the ball go off his glove on that throw on the rundown, but man alive, the defense has just not been good for the Lumberjacks this year, and it cost them again here. Now they're going to go out, the home plate umpire is going to go out and have a conversation with the base umpire on what that was. The runner took off. Widmark stepped off without balking, threw to third, and they had the runner dead to rights. Caught him in a rundown. The throw back to second went off of Peterson's glove and trickled into the outfield, and both runners were able to advance safely to second and third. So an opportunity to get the second out of the inning blows up in their faces here, and now it's runners on second and third and only one out. And Kriskowski's still at the plate with a 1-2 count. Umpires having their conversation. Now they're going to come over and talk to Coach Heinrich. I'm pretty sure he's not going to get an explanation that he likes here. And going towards first base. I don't know what happened at first base. If he's saying that the coach said something to try to get a balk called, maybe that's what he's arguing. Maybe the East bench, because they're right closer to that first base coach, maybe they're arguing that he heard the coach yell something to try to get a balk called. And we've had that happen before in games where if the coaches yell something from the coach's box to try to get the pitcher to balk, that the umpire's discretion, they can send the runners back on that. And they're having an animated conversation with both umpires, and I'm not sure that he is going to. They're going to talk again. The umpires are going to talk again here. If the first base coach yelled something to try to get a balk called, that would negate the play and maybe get an out call. Let's see what happens here. And he is not going to get an explanation to his liking. The runners are going to stay where they are at second and third. It's a pretty long conversation for nothing to happen. So it will be runners at second and third with one out as we get back to action here. We've got a new runner at third base. Isaac Bauer, the runner at third base now for Dylan Schutte. And the pitch to Krasowski is swung on and missed. And that's a big out right there. So Widmark comes back and gets the strikeout. Schutte must have hurt himself in that rundown because we have a pinch runner in for him at third base. Now 2 outs as Widmark able to strike out Kriskowski. So let's see if they can get out of it here. Brady Jack in the DH stands in. He reached on his air his first time up. First pitch, a strike on the outside. That's 0-1.
I just need to talk to you.
Yeah, do it again!
And now the third base coach wants to come over and have a chat with the umpire. I don't think he told him about the substitution, and now Steve Heinrich's going to come out again. I think they put a pinch runner in the game without telling the umpire about it. And now Bob Glitter realized that he didn't do that, so he's going to come down and tell him about the change now. A pitch has already been thrown. And it's probably going to be an out. Let's see the conversation. The umpires are coming down here. What a wild inning we're having here in the third inning, but they made a substitution without telling the umpires about it, and a pitch was thrown. And
umpires will discuss this.
Apparently they are allowed to do that the way everybody's nodding down there. Steve Heinrich is not happy with this umpiring crew right now. He has not had an explanation that is to his liking on either one of these plays.
Walks away and says, okay,
All right, so apparently the substitution is allowed here. To look that one up. I don't think I've ever seen that where a substitution was made, especially a pinch runner, without telling the umpire about it and having a pitch made before the umpire was told about the substitution. So it's 0-1 with 2 outs. And Bob Glitter is still explaining the lineup change here to the home plate umpire. All right, ready to go again. Brady Jacken will stand in. It is 0-1. Widmark ready to work the pitch inside, and it's 1-1 now.
No score.
Runners at second and third in a scoreless game. 2 down. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Whitmark ready to work. Here's the pitch, grounded toward third. Schubring's going to charge. Fields cleanly to throw across in time, and the inning is over. And the Lumberjacks able to get out of it here in the third inning. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 2 left, and the score after 3 complete remains 0-0. Back in a moment. You're 0-0. Let's see if we can get back to baseball here after all of that strangeness in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch is a breaking ball down low, 1-0. Be interesting to talk to the coaches after the game and see what that was all about. A 1-0 pitch outside, and it's 2-0. I've got to check the rule. Maybe in high school it's different about substitutions and when you have to let the umpire know. 2 balls and no strikes, and the pitch. There's a fastball right down the heart of the plate. 2-1.
Situations where
2 balls, 1 strike on Ben Schubring, who singled and then was picked off second base his first time up. Next pitch high and outside. 3-1 now to Schubring.
Hey, get one right here. Come on, man.
3 balls and 1 strike on the East third baseman. White ready to work. Here it comes. That's outside again. Ball 4, and Schubring will lead things off with a walk here in the 4th inning. And that will bring up Cam Gritzmacher, the right fielder. He had a single his first time up. And a long look down at Steve Heinrich coaching down in the third base box. So Gritzmacher will dig in. The stretch by White and the pitch. He squares to bunt, takes a pitch now, throw down to first base, and Schubring barely dives back in. He got caught off again. You got to wait for that bunt to get down. A lot of times what the runner will do is anticipate the hitter getting the bunt down, and he'll be off too far. Wittenberg with a snap throw down to first base, and Schubring had to dive back in. But I tell you what, with his dad coaching down at first base, he gets picked off again. You want to just keep running back to the bus. And here's a bunt that's going to be fouled. Gritzmacher gets the bunt down, and it's foul though, and it will be 1-1 on Gritzmacher. Yeah, Ben's dad is Scott Schubring, the East assistant coach, coaching down at first base. 1-1 the count. Another long look down to third for Gritzmacher. Schubring takes his lead, a little shorter this time, and the pitch. Gritzmacher squares to bunt, takes it down low again, and it's 2-1. So he's trying to play a little small ball here with their number 5 hitter, trying to move a runner in scoring position. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Lumberjacks. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Wisconsin Rapids. Stretch by White in the pitch. Gritzmacher once again just sort of flails at the bunt attempt and fouls it back. He just sort of threw the bat at it that time on an outside pitch, and now it's 2-2. I'll tell you what, he's in the West game, or in what was it the Marshall game? No, it was the West game. Jordan Heiting dropped down a bunt with 2 strikes. Let's see if he tries to let Gritzmacher bunt with 2 strikes here. Here's the pitch, and he takes outside. The count now full, 3-2. I imagine they'll let him swing away here. 3-2.
Come on, Cam, get him.
Can't really start the runner with Schubring down at first. A lefty on the mound. Here's the pitch. And Gritzmacher pops it up, foul ground, but playable, and that is going to be caught over there by Jackson at first base for the out. So the inability to get the bunt down now, the runner still at first base for Bryce Whitmark, who struck out his first time up. Whitmark digs in. See if he's a little bit more aggressive at the plate this time, going after a good pitch early in the count. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Bryce Whitmark.
No score between the East Lumberjacks.
Schubring with a short lead. Here's the pitch. That's down low, blocked by Wittenberg nicely, and the count now 2-0. East Baseball brought to you in part by Country Fresh Meats. When it comes to the best meat, nobody does it better for you than Country Fresh Meats on the corner of 29 and J in Weston. Bob Galletta is going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher and catcher.
Timeout. He wants to talk to the catcher.
And I can remind you once again that tomorrow it's DC Everest doubleheader baseball right here. The Evergreens taking on Appleton East in a doubleheader at Mark Simon Field at 10:30 tomorrow morning, weather permitting. Chris Conley will have the call of those games tomorrow morning right here.
Let's go, Witter!
2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, runner at first for the Lumberjacks. Whitmark digs back in. The stretch by White. Here's the pitch. Fastball, and that's a strike at the knees. And it's 2-1. 2-0 count, and you get a fastball down the middle, you should be going to hack it.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Can't be taking a pitch that good with a 2-0 count. Next pitch, and there's a ground ball, double play possibilities. They get the force at second. The relay is out in time, off the bag. It's wild, and Whitmark's going to go to second base. So I guess they accomplished getting the runner down to second base, but now there are 2 outs as they get the force on Shoebring. And then the throw from short to first was wild and allowed Whitmark to reach. And he goes to second on the throwing error. And so now the Lumberjacks do have a runner in scoring position, but with 2 outs, and we get a courtesy runner for Whitmark. That's Sam Romansky, who will run at second base for Bryce Whitmark. And it will be up to Ian Corbett to try to knock in the first run of the game here. Corbett will bat with 2 down, and Romansky, the runner at second base, takes his lead. White ready to work. The first pitch is driven in the air to left field, and that is going to get down past the left fielder. Corbett is digging for second, and he will have an RBI double. Lumberjacks. And that will bring up Adam Peterson, the second baseman. It was a diving attempt out there in left field by Kriskowski, but he just could not get to it, and it got by him into deep left field. Romansky was going to score as soon as that ball was down. He was off at the crack of the bat with 2 outs and scored easily. Corbett at second base now with a double for Adam Peterson. The stretch and the pitch by White inside. Ball 1. Peterson struck out looking his first time up.
1 ball, no strikes.
Corbett takes his lead at second. And White ready to work. And a swing and a miss at the plate by Peterson. And it's 1-1 now to the second baseman.
1-1 count.
The stretch by White and the pitch. And that's a little number down the third baseline. That's going to stay fair. Fielded by White. The throw is going to be in time. Good job. Good play by the Rattlers pitcher throwing out Adam Peterson. And the inning is over. But the Lumberjacks get 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 man left. And the score after 3.5 innings now, East 1, Rapids nothing. Back at Rapids. And Wittenberg steps in. He struck out his first time up.
Strikeout, victim, back to the first.
And Bryce Whitmark ready to work. First pitch high and outside, ball 1. Whitmark has 4 strikeouts on the night and 1 walk, actually 2 walks, both walks coming last inning. Next pitch is in there for a strike. And it's 1-1 now. Brand was set up outside that time and the ball came in across the plate. 1-1 count. There's a drop, breaking ball. He dropped it in there nicely, and it's 1-2. Whitmark's curveball has been pretty effective tonight so far. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Wittenberg went after a fastball high and tight and didn't get it. And there's 1 down here in the 4th inning. And that'll bring up Matt White, the pitcher. He struck out looking his first time up. Whitmark ready to work. First pitch is high, ball 1.
For 1 pitch, man, that bad.
The wind and the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Lumberjack baseball brought to you in part by Easy Living Management. The longest running rental management company in the area. Let Easy Living Management make managing your rental property easy. The 1-1 pitch by Whitmark took something off that one, dropped it right in there. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball driven in the air, but a mile high in right field. Playable for Gritzmacher, and he will make the grab for the second out of the inning. White just got under that one a little bit too much. And a routine fly ball to right field for the second out, and that'll bring up the right fielder for Rapids, who struck out looking his first time up. Whitmark ready to work. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased one outside off the plate, and it's 0-1. The wind and the pitch. That just misses outside, and it's 1-1. Whitmark working quickly, and why not? You're pitching well, you want to keep working quickly, and your infielders appreciate it too. And now he nails Frederick in the side. That pitch got away from him. You could tell as soon as it left his hand, it was going to beam the hitter. Frederick trots down to first base on a hit by pitch with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Nick Jackin, the third baseman. Jackin bounced to the mound his first time up. Actually hit a little number down the first baseline that Whitmark fielded and threw him out. Frederick takes his lead at first. The stretch and the pitch. Whitmark's pitch in the dirt blocked by Willie Brand, and it's 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. Long looked over at first. Runner getting a pretty good lead. There he goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. Brand's throw down to second is not going to be in time. It was close. Peterson fielded the bounce cleanly, but Frederick got a good jump at first base and steals second base. So the tying run in scoring position, the pitch was a strike, swung on and missed, and it's 1-1 now on the hitter, Jackin. Now Whitmark fakes and throw to second base. Peterson wasn't there. Runner does get back. Peterson holding Frederick at second. Now he'll trot back to his spot. Here's the pitch. That's high. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. I think you got to, if you're the East catcher, Willie Brand now, you don't want to throw one away trying to pick the runner off. Not with 2 outs. Get the hitter here. The 2-1 pitch. And here it comes. It's fouled out play, and the count now 2-2. Don't try to throw behind a runner at second and throw it into center field. Get the hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Whitmark ready to work. The stretch, the check, and the pitch. It's lifted foul and out of play again. The count remains 2-2. East Baseball is brought to you in part by Marshfield Clinic. If you need help with a sports injury, see the experts, sports medicine physicians at Marshfield Clinic. Marshfield Clinic, don't just live, shine. Whitmark, the long look in. Checks the runner. Now the runner takes off, and it's driven. And over the shortstop's hit, and they're going to steal a run here. Run will score as Frederick took off from second base, and with a line single to left field by Jackin, the score is tied, and that's the first hit of the game for Wisconsin Rapids here in the 4th inning. And Wisconsin Rapids getting a little bit risky here as they try to steal third base there, and it comes up all aces for them as they get a line drive single into left field and drive in the tying run. I'm not sure that run scores even with 2 outs. The ball was hit so hard it got out to Daniel in left field quickly. But since the runner was stealing third, he scored easily, and we are tied at 1. Now 2 down, runner at first. Throw over now, and the runner dives back in. Isaac Bauer is the batter. He came into the game to run for Dylan Schutte back in the third inning. Next pitch from Whitmark, and that's going to be thundered up. Back-to-back singles here. With a hit by pitch. And Rapids is in business now with 2 down, runners at first and second. Colton Neiman, the second baseman, to the plate. Whitmark was cruising right along. And now Scott Schubring's going to go out and have a few words with his pitcher and catcher here. Now they're going to bring in the entire infield to talk about it as well. And I can tell you that East Baseball is brought to you in part by Cloverbelt Credit Union. Voted the best credit union in the Wausau Daily Herald Reader's Choice Awards. Worry Bank does make a difference. Explore the benefits at ccuwausau.com. All right. All players return to their positions. Bob Witter had gone out to have a conversation with his base runners during that conference on the mound. Let's see if Whitmark can get out of it right here and keep the game tied. Neither team could push across a run the first 3 innings, and both teams have scored here in the 4th. Whitmark to stretch, and the first pitch to Neiman. Breaking ball is high, and it's ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners take their leads. Neiman digs back in. And the pitch. That's a fastball. And now they're delayed steal, and they're going to throw him out by a mile at third base, and that will end the inning. Rapids, I think the runner went on his own there or missed a sign because there was no reason to try that. A delayed steal. Denke to lead things off for the Lumberjacks, the center fielder. Facing Matt White. First pitch from White is swung on and missed. He struck out his first time up. And he's down 0-1 here to start. Listen, Matt. The 0-1 pitch to Denke. The fastball that rides high, and it's 1-1. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Lumberjacks, 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error for Wisconsin Rapids. White ready to work. Next pitch is pitch down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. This umpire gives the count with one hand. Gives both the balls and strikes with one hand. Normally an umpire will give the balls call with his left hand and the strike call with his right hand. That pitch is outside, and it's 3-1. This umpire gives both balls and strikes signal with his right hand. 3-1 the count, and White ready to work. Here it is. And strike on the inside corner runs the count full, 3-2.
Wausau East 1.
The wind and the 3-2 pitch. Chopped foul, and Denke stays alive at the plate, and it's still full. 3-2. Baseball team this season. The wind and the 3-2 pitch. Denke lifts it in the air to shallow right field. Second baseman goes back. Right fielder will make the call and the catch. Frederick makes the catch out there, and there's 1 down here in the 5th inning. And we'll bring up the top of the order, Jordan Heiding for the Lumberjacks. Heiding is grounded to short and struck out looking.
Heiding steps in. 0-2 thus far in the night.
And
First shot against the left-hander.
the righty against the lefty here. White ready to work to Heiding.
First off,
And here it is. Drops down low, and it's 1-0.
Go, Jordan.
chance to chat with the new
Wind blowing out to right center field now. The line by White in the pitch, hiding a little chopper toward third. And the throw across is going to be in time for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here in the 5th for Matt White. And that'll bring up Willie Brand, the catcher. Brand has popped to first and singled in his 2 at-bats. Brand digs in, lefty against lefty. White ready to work. Here it comes. Way outside low. It's 1-0.
Brad single back in the first, 1 for 2 in the game.
One ball and no strikes.
So 1-0 count.
And the pitch.
And the pitch.
Way inside, almost hit him. 2-0 now.
2 balls.
Go, Willie, drive one.
If Brand can reach, Eric Daniel will hit for the Lumberjacks.
And 2 out here for the East Lumberjacks.
The 2-0 pitch. Brand lays off, and that stays inside. 3-0 now.
Brand the left-handed hitter.
The 3-0 pitch.
Next off.
That's in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Brand taking all the way.
3-1 the count.
White ready to work, and the 3-1 pitch. That's grounded towards second, routine play, and the inning is over. So an easy inning for Matt White. 3 up, 3 down here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. The score after 4.5 remains 1-1 inning. So Colton Neiman will lead things off with a fresh count for Wisconsin Rapids. Neiman laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. And Whitmark ready to work. And the first pitch is popped up foul. It's going to drop down near the tarp on the first base side. Corbett went out to take a look at it, but had no chance. Lots of foul territory here at Witter Field. And that dropped into the no man's land out there and foul ground out toward right field. 0-1 on Neiman. We are in the 5th inning and we're tied at 1. Both teams looking to improve their valley marks here tonight. There's a line drive. That's going to be trouble. That's in the gap in right center. And that's going to go right. Well, let's see. A nice cutoff by Gritzmacher. Here comes the throw. It's a little bit off target. And a double for Neiman to lead off here in the 5th inning. Gritzmacher went over and cut that one off nicely, and Hiding didn't really get one back. The throw was off. Gritzmacher's got a good arm out in right field. He's thrown a couple of runners out the plate already this year. But his throw to second was a little bit offline. Neiman showed good speed in chugging into second base. So Rapids in business here with the lead run at second base and nobody out here in the 5th. And on the top of the order, Jared Halmer at the plate. First pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner takes his lead. And the pitch. That's fouled back up by us here in the press box. A little bit lower than us. 1-1.
Go, Bryce.
The windows are open and there's no netting in front of our broadcast positions here. So yeah, foul balls can get us here. They go out here, a breaking ball outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. All right, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch by Whitmark. Hiding sneaks in behind, holds the runner. Here comes the pitch. Another breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Halmer didn't like it. He squats back to the dugout, not happy. It might have been a bit low, but we don't really have an angle for the low pitches up here. Ron Galita didn't like it. He comes down and has a conversation with the umpire as well. There is 1 down. And Derek Krakowski will come to the plate with the runner at second base. Krakowski is lined out to center and struck out. Whitmark the stretch. And the pitch. Fastball high. And it's 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to Krakowski. The stretch and the pitch. That's nubbed in front of the plate. Brand's going to jump on that. And a throw out. Kriskowski at first. Runner moves up to third, but now there are 2 down. He's pulled about, 5 or 6 feet in front of the plate. And Brand jumped on it. Kriskowski got down the line, but Brand threw him out. And there are 2 down here in the 5th inning for Brady Jackin.
Advances over to third base, so
He's now playing first base for Wisconsin Rapids, and he hits here with the lead run at third and 2 down. The stretch by Whitmark and the pitch. That's chopped toward third. Schubert's going to have to hurry. Charges. The throw across is not going to be in time. As Schubert double cuts the ball, picking it out of his glove. And it's going to be an infield hit for Jackin to drive in the lead run. Neiman scores from third. And once again, we'll give him an infield hit, but Schubert couldn't get the ball out of his glove. So you could maybe give him an error on that as well as he double clutched it, but Jackin beats it out. The run scores, and Rapids has the lead here 2-1. It was a bang-bang play, but he was safe at first. And the next pitch to Whitmer. Now Brand throws down to first base, and Corbett scoops up the low throw. Or was back. 1 ball and no strikes to Tyler Wittenberg, the Rapids catcher, who has struck out twice. 2-1 Wisconsin Rapids. And the pitch. And that's lined but foul. Wittenberg jumped on an inside pitch and pulled it well fouled on the third base line, and the count 1-1. 2-1 Wisconsin Rapids here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Run is in here for
The stretch by Whitmark, the check,
they lead it 2-1.
and the pitch. Breaking ball, that stays a little bit up, and it's 2-1.
Go, Winnie.
The stretch by Whitmark, and the pitch again. That's high again, 3-1 now. So East dodged trouble in the 3rd inning, but could not avoid the trouble in the 4th and 5th, and now they trail it 2-1. Whitmark, the stretch, and the pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count now full, 3-2. Runner will get an early start here at first base, so Gamber will score another run. The stretch and the pitch. Ball 4, that's high. And Whitberg will drop down to first base. And now runners on first and second with 2 outs. And that will bring out Matt White, the pitcher.
Number 25, Matt White.
We're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher at first base. And that is going to be Colby Wolf. Will courtesy run for Wittenberg at first base. So 2 down. Runners at first and second. 1 run in here in the inning. And it will be Matt White, the pitcher, facing Bryce Whitmark. And the first pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Curveball's been good tonight. Giving up 4 hits. 6 strikeouts for Whitmark tonight. Got 3 walks in there mixed in now. Next pitch, another breaking ball, but that's a little bit up. And it's 1-1 now.
Come on, Bryce.
The stretch and the pitch. That's outside with the fastball, 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Long look, now the pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Dinky coming on. And he misplayed it and falls down. Rabbits is going to score another run, maybe 2. Here comes the throw in. Now they throw over to third base and throw the ball away. And runners are going to stay where they are. But once again, the defense fails the Lumberjacks here. Dinky came in hard thinking that ball was going to be in front of him and then overran it. And as he tried to recover, he fell down. And Jackin scores. The courtesy runner Wolf goes from first to third, and White ends up at second. It's got to be a hit. I don't think he touched it. He overran it, and it fell behind him. I think you should be able to give an error on a play like that, but I don't think you can. So it is going to be a double for White. Now runners at second and third. There's no other way to put it. The Lumberjack defense so far this season has been atrocious. Here's the pitch. That's grounded toward third. Schubring can't get it. It comes out behind him. He plays it off his chest, and everybody's going to be standing there around the score. Once that ball got past Schubring, it was going to be tough to make a play because it wasn't hit that hard. And another run is in. White moves to third. Frederick is safe at first. And that'll be an error, although if Hiding fields that one, I'm not sure he throws him out anyway. That ball was hit so slowly. And it is going to, I believe, bring a pitching change here. Well, Steve Heinrich's out at the mound talking to Bryce Whitmark and Willie Brand right now. If they make a change, it's probably going to be Schubring coming in from third, and Whitmark would go to third base. Let's see what they decide to do here. Once again, this inning should have been over a long time ago. And instead, they have given up 3 runs and now have runners at the corners here. And it's 4-1 Rapids. Now the home plate umpire is going to come out and have a chat with the and break up this party. Home plate umpire working in short sleeves tonight. And they're going to stay with Bryce Whitmark, trying to get him out of the inning. Schubring hasn't warmed up yet. They'd probably like to give him a few pitches in the bullpen between innings before they bring him in here. So it will be Nick Jackin to hit here with 2 men on and 2 outs. Whitmark and a stretch. The check of the runner at first. And the pitch. That's grounded towards short. Hiding will charge. Field cleanly. The throw across is in the down low. Corbett stretches and makes the play this time, and the inning is over. And they are out of the inning, but the damage is done for Wisconsin Rapids here. The pitchers had a conversation with the home plate umpire between innings, and now the umpires are meeting and looking at the lineup card. I'm not quite sure what the question is here now. If he is suggesting that somebody batted out of order. I didn't see that happen in my scorebook, but now he's going over to talk to the Rapids coach, and East will come to bat here now in the 6th inning, down 4-1. And it will be Eric Daniel to lead things off here. First pitch way outside. Matt White out for his 6th inning of work. Daniel has struck out twice so far tonight. Wind and the pitch. That's way outside again. 2-0 now. Jacks need base runners. Lots and lots of base runners. And now Bob Witter is going to call time and come out and talk to his pitcher. He's missed badly with 2 pitches here to start off the 6th inning. I don't know if Rapids I didn't see them have anybody up in the bullpen. Just a quick conversation. Probably telling him to throw strikes. Like, coaches go out and tell a pitcher to throw strikes. Pitchers look back and go, what do you think I'm trying to do? When you get to this point in the game, I'm sure they're watching his pitch count. There isn't anybody up in the pen right now. The 2-0 pitch from White. That just misses a little bit high outside, and it's 3-0 now. White wanted that one. That was close. 3 balls and no strikes. And White ready to work again. That's outside ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk to Eric Daniel to lead things off in the 6th inning. That's the Lumberjacks need. Base runners, and lots of them. And Ben Schubring will stand in. Schubring has singled and walked in his 2 trips. He was picked off second base back in the 2nd inning when the Lumberjacks had a chance to put a big inning together and didn't do it. First pitch to Schubring is outside, ball 1. That's 5 straight for Matt White. Not sure if they're going to bring in a reliever that's already on the field or if they have someone in the dugout, but nobody's warming up yet. Next pitch, that's it. 1-1. Schubring has the power to drive one out of here. Wind blowing out now to right center field. That's changed since the beginning of the game, and actually swirling out toward right now pretty strong. Next pitch to Schubring way outside again. It's 2-1. So White might be getting a bit fatigued here as his command is deserting him a bit. A 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning, and now a 2-1 count on the next hitter. Next pitch Swung on and missed. Shoebring didn't get it. And the count even 2-2.
Come on, man. Let's go now. Come on, Matt. Be ready.
Gritzmacher on deck for the Lumberjacks. He's down by 3. It's 4-1.
2 to the count.
The stretch by White and the pitch. And that's driven in the air but playable to center field, right at the center fielder. Up there. Reed Frederick, who's now playing center field for Wisconsin Rapids. So one down, runner at first, and Cam Gritzmacher will come to the plate. Gritzmacher has singled and also popped up to the pitcher.
So Frederick with the put out on that fly ball.
And the stretch by White and the pitch.
Nice.
That's outside, ball 1. Trying to break the ball on the back door to get it 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Gritzmacher and then Widmark here in the inning for the Lumberjacks.
Top of the 6th inning.
Stretch and the pitch. That's nubbed off the end of the bat towards second base, and they're going to have to hurry to get him. They did. Nice play by the second baseman for Wisconsin Rapids. That was Scott Neiman who made a nice play. He had to come a long way to get that one. The runner moves up to second base. That's Daniel. Gritzmacher is out 4-3 on a little underhanded toss on a little number off the end of the bat. So now he's with the runner at second base, but 2 outs for Bryce Widmark. Widmark is struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. Went to second on a throwing error on that play and ended up scoring the only run. While the courtesy runner who was in for Widmark scored the only run for the Lumberjacks. That was Sam Romansky back in the 4th inning. Widmark having a conversation with his coach, Steve Heinrich, as the catcher goes out to have a conversation with his pitcher. And I think Coach Heinrich is probably telling Bryce Widmark to be more aggressive when he gets ahead of the count. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Look for a fastball and drive it. Stretch by White. The check of Daniel at second base. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike, and it's 0-1. Jacks would like to get something here in this inning so you don't have to get the whole chunk back in the last inning. The stretch by White and the pitch. That's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Wittenberg. And it's 1-1. Eric Daniel, the runner at second base. 2 down here in the 6th. White with the stretch and the pitch. There, Daniel fake going. And the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. And it's 1-2. I don't think hitters like that when runners at second try to fake the steal. It's kind of distracting to the hitter out there. Now time called at the plate. Widmark steps out.
Come on now, Bryce. You got your back. You're good. Willie, come on.
Long look in by White. Daniel takes his lead. And the pitch. In the dirt again, well in front of the plate and blocked by Wittenberg. So Daniel's got to stay where he is. Count now 2-2.
Good idea. Hey.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The stretch by White, and here it comes. That's knobbed foul down the first base side. And we'll do it again, 2-2. Lumberjacks scheduled to play again Monday up in Eagle River. That's if the ice melts and the snow melts up there. I don't think that that field up there will be ready to play on Monday, so we'll see what happens with that game. They are scheduled to play Stevens Point in a Valley game on Tuesday night at home. There's a pitch outside, and it's 3-2. We haven't been able to play a game at Jack Torresani Field at East yet because of the bad field conditions. So let's see if that Tuesday game will be played as well. Get a chance to see that juggernaut from Smash. Mark fouls him back out of play, and the count full 3-2.
You're in control, Willie. Come on.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Widmark digs back in. Daniel takes his lead at second. The stretch by White and the pitch. That's fouled again out of play down the first base side, so Widmark hanging in there.
Like a drug-free pot against the drug-free pot. Hey, let's go, Willie. Come on now.
If Widmark can reach, Ian Corbett will bat. Corbett drove in the only run of the game for the Lumberjacks. in the fourth inning.
Matt White looks in for the sign from his catcher.
The stretch by White and the pitch.
Here is the pitch.
That's foul back on the play again.
On the screen, we'll do it again.
A piece of that inside pitch, and the count remains full. Wisconsin Rapids is scheduled to play Wausau West in their next game on Tuesday at West.
And here it is.
Next pitch in the dirt with a breaking ball. He missed. Whitmark laid off and draws the walk. So now East with the runners on first and second. Tying run at the plate now in the form of Ian Corbett. Corbett has walked in an RBI double back in the fourth inning. And he will hit here with 2 down. Let's see if he can find a gapper here. Runners take their leads and the pitch. It's high and outside, ball 1. They leave Whitmark in to run the bases because I think, Schubring is warming up in the bullpen, so I think Whitmark's night on the mound is done. Next pitch, fouled back. Corbett got a piece of that. Fouled it back to the screen, and it's 1-1. I would imagine we're going to see Ben Schubring pitch next inning. And Whitmark will move to third base.
One ball, one strike.
Hey, Matt.
Long look in by White this time.
Gets the sign for his catcher.
And the pitch. In the dirt, blocked again by Wittenberg. So he's blocked about 3 balls this inning that kept runners from advancing. And the count now 2-1. If Corbett can reach, Adam Peterson would be the scheduled hitter. The stretch by White and the pitch again. Corbett a big swing and a miss. And the count now 2-2. He's trying to hit that one out of here. Didn't get it. 2-2 now.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the sixth.
Runners take their leads.
Runners at first and second.
The stretch
White.
and the pitch.
Fires.
High and outside, and the count is now full, and the runners will get a head start. 3-2, 2 outs. Who's going to win this battle? First baseman playing back, third baseman playing back. White ready to work. Here it comes. It's driven in the air, but playable to center field. And it is going to be caught in the end. And flies out to center, and the inning is over. The Jacks get a couple of runners, but nothing across. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left, but the score after 5.5 remains Rapids 4, East 1. Giving teams 4 and 5 outs in an inning. So Schubring ready to work. First pitch is in there for a strike as he's facing Isaac Bauer. Bauer singled his only time up. He came in as a pinch runner earlier in the evening. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, and then it's the point for a strike, and it's 0-2. Cranks off a good one right there. 0-2 on Bauer.
To Isaac Bauer.
Schubring ready to work. Here it comes. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Grant blocks it, though, steps out, and he will throw him out for the first down of the inning. So it's a strikeout and then a throw out from Rand to Corbett for the out, 1 down. Once again, it was a good breaking ball. Swung in the dirt. Neiman, the second baseman, will come to the plate. Neiman doubled. Lead things off in the 5th inning. Scored a run. He also laid down a sacrifice bunt. First pitch from Schubring, breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1. To Colton, that is Colton Neiman. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball down low inside. 1-1 now. Temperature has dropped here tonight, but that wind is still blowing quite hard to right field. That stays inside. 2-1 now. 4-1 Rapids. We're in the 6th. Schubring ready to work. The wind and the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, and that's chopped foul toward the Rapids dugout. Count even 2-2 now.
2-2 the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Neiman digs back in, and Schubring ready to work. The wind and the 2-2 pitch. That's fouled again down the third base side. Jack Baseball is brought to you in part by the law firm of Mallory and Zimmerman, proud supporter of local high school sports, wishing all of the area athletes a successful season. 2-2 the count. The wind and the pitch. Fastball foul to the screen. Stays live, and the count remains 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Long look in by Schubring this time, gets the sign he wants. Here it comes. Breaking ball chopped toward third. Widmark waits on the big hob. He's going to have to hurry. The throw across. Not in time. Once Widmark stayed back to play on that big hob instead of charging the ball, that gave Neiman a chance to beat it out. And he did. For Neiman with 1 out. And Jared Halmer, the shortstop, will back. He's grounded to short, walked, and struck out. Now throw over. Oh, they caught him leading or not watching, but he was able to get back. The pickoff throw by Schubring was a little bit high. Neiman might have been caught looking down at his shoes there, and he was late getting back, but he made it. Long look down to Bob Witter coaching down at third for Wisconsin Rapids, but with 1 down, let's see what they decide to do here. Neiman's going to take off. He's fast. The throw down is off the glove of Heiding. There's a one-hop throw by Brad, and Heiding couldn't corral it, and the runner is safe, stolen base for Neiman. Now with a 4-1 lead, Rapids has another runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the 6th inning. Pitch was low, ball 1 to Halber. Stretched by Schubring and the pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Neiman takes his lead at second. Schubring ready to work. Here it comes. Another breaking ball in the dirt. Pops away from Grant. Can't find it. Still can't find it. Now Schubring is in. Now the runner's going to score. Nobody covers the plate. Grant couldn't find the ball. Schubring ran in to grab it. And Grant still looking for the ball, and nobody covers home plate. And Neiman never slows down and scores all the way from second base on a ball that never got more than 20 feet away from home plate. The defense has just been not good. I don't know, there's no other way to put it. It's 5-1 and a 2-1 count on the hitter. That's inside, nearly hit Halber. 3-1 now.
3-1 in the count.
Even using his speed, stealing second, and then scoring all the way from second on a wild pitch. Swung on and missed by Halber right there, and the count now full 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Schubring overthrows the fastball down low and a walk. Here we'll put a runner on again with 1 out. And now bring up Derek Kriskowski, the left fielder. Kriskowski is lined out to center field and was thrown out by the catcher on a little number in front of the plate. And they throw over to first. Again, the runner back. Kriskowski digs back in. The stretch by Schubring and the pitch. That's high, ball 1. Rapids didn't score until the 4th inning. In fact, they didn't have a hit until the 4th inning. They scored 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and 1 here in the 6th. Stretch by Schubring, there goes the runner. The throw down is going to be high. There's still a base for Rapids as Homer steals second. This was a ball, and actually it's 1-1. That was a strike. And it's 1-1. I think they gave a 1-1 signal by the umpire. We'll see. Next pitch is 2-1 the count. That second pitch was a strike. The hitter just jumped out of of the way and let him steal the base and called it a strike. Grant's throw down was a little bit high and not in time. Stretched by Schubring and the 2-1 pitch. It's down low, 3-1 now. So Ben struggling with his command a little bit here.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 for Wisconsin.
3 balls and 1 strike. You got to believe the Rapids folks and players will be talking about that one for a while. Scoring from second on a wild pitch that didn't get more than 20 feet away from home plate. Next pitch is just outside and it's ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for Ben Schubring, and that'll bring up Brady Jackson, first baseman. Runners take their leads, first and second, 1 out. A run in, and the first pitch to Jack and breaking ball drops into for a strike. Jack has reached on an error, grounded at third, and singled and scored. 0-1 to the Rapids first baseman, Schubring. Look at second, and the pitch. Check swing, ball in the dirt. He held up. It's 1-1 now. Brand blocked that one on the low and outside part of the plate. 1-1. Schubring looks in, gets the sign he wants. Now he's ready to work. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Fastball, and Jackin didn't get it. 1-2 now. Runners take their leads again. Stretch by Schubring, and the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 call, outside corner. And 2 down here in the 6th inning. And there are 2 down now with 2 men on, and Tyler Wittenberg, the catcher, will come to the plate. He has struck out twice. Scored back in the 5th. And he will hit here with 2 men on and 2 outs. Stretch now, Schubring will try a pickup throw to second base, almost threw it over Peterson's head. Runner back. And Schubring ready to work again. And the pitch. Breaking ball outside part of the plate, 0-1. 0-1 to Ben Schubring. Or excuse me, to Tyler Wittenberg. Schubring ready to work again. The stretch and the pitch. That's fouled. Rolls toward the Rapids dugout on the third base side, and it's 0-2. They only got 2 errors on the board for East here tonight, but there were a number of other plays that weren't made, that were hits or just not. Now the runner goes, ball pops in the dirt, Brand blocks it, but the runners will move up. Once again, Rapids being very aggressive on the bases tonight. Albert steals third, and Krzyzkowski moves up to second. Pitch was in the dirt. It's 1-2 now on Wittenberg. And let's see if Schubring can get out of it here without any further damage. The stretch and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, that's high. 2-2. You got to believe that man will try to go to his breaking ball here. You got to believe Wittenberg's going to be looking for that. Let's see. 2-2 pitch. Curve ball, and it's poked into right field. That's trouble. Ritzbacher can't get it. It drops in. Here comes the throw to the plate. That is not going to be in time. And 2 runs will score. Good single by Wittenberg. He did exactly what he needed to do on the curve ball. He didn't try to do too much with it. Just took it the other way and dumped it into right field for a base hit. And just like that, it's 7-1. So Schubring went with the curveball, and Wittenberg, looking for the curve, just took it the other way and dumped it in. And it's 7-1, 3 runs in here in the inning, and Matt White, the pitcher, will come to the plate. And now, once again, Steve Heinrich coming out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire about something. His assistant, Rex Zemke, who's got his scorebook, is with him. And I think they're having another conversation about the lineup. They've been having conversations about the Rapids lineup all night long and haven't had any satisfaction about it. Maybe the use of the courtesy runners is coming into play here. Runs in, and a runner at first.
Three more runs are in here.
Now a throw over, and they pick him off first base. Schubring caught the runner, the courtesy runner, leaning with his head down, and he got picked off on a nice pickoff throw. And the inning is finally over, but the damage is done. 3 more runs here in the 6th inning on a couple of hits, and there was nobody left on base. Becker came in as a courtesy runner back in the 4th inning.
Come on, Becker!
And here's the pitch from Halber inside. Moves Becker off the plate, and it's 1-0. Lumberjacks had a 1-0 lead in this game back in the 4th. It didn't last long. Rapids tied it in the bottom of the inning. Next pitch is high, ball 2-0. One thing Bob DeLittle wants from Jared Halber is strikes now. Make him hit the ball if you're Rapids. The 2-0 pitch. Inside. Oh, strike call. Inside part of the plate, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The wind by Halber in the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 at the knees, and it's 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Halber ready to work. Here it comes. And Becker fights that one off and flies it to the first baseline. Stays alive. Now remains 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the top of the 7th.
Rapids playing Becker straight away, basically.
To the Red Raiders, trying to put a...
Back at third, back at first. Here's the pitch. Becker's going to drive it down the line at left. It's going to be playable and caught and Becker turned on the inside pitch. It flies out to left field for the first down of the inning. And that'll bring up Sam Romansky, who will hit now for Tanner Denke. Sam hitting for the first time tonight.
So Romansky comes in to bat for Tanner.
Romansky is the other East catcher. Brand getting the call to catch tonight.
So
Romansky will work as a pinch hitter here in the 7th inning.
Beat you wet, home play. Oh, let's go, Romo! Come on, Romo.
Halber looks in, and he's ready to work. The wind and the pitch. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1.
Romo, let's go, baby. Oh, baby, let's go.
The wind by Halber, and here it comes. That's down low again. 2 Hiding waits on deck, and if someone reaches, Billy Brand will hit here at the end.
always the toughest ones to get.
The wind and the 2-0 pitch.
There's a 2-0.
There's a strike. It's 2-1 now. Undoubtedly taking a strike here.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Romo shots.
The wind and the 2-1 pitch.
2-1 pitch.
And Romansky grounds a single up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Sam Romansky is on with 1 out here in the 7th inning, and that will bring up the top of the order Jordan Hiding. Hiding is grounded to short, grounded to third, and struck out looking.
So here's Hiding. 0-3 on the game. Grounded out twice. And struck out.
Halber stepped off for a moment. Now Romansky will take his lead. Halber looks in, gets the sign he wants, and he's ready to work to Hiding. And the first pitch is down in the dirt, blocked by Wittenberg. It's 1-0.
Hey, they're taking it. Hey, come on, Jordan. What we say, Ted?
1 ball and no strikes to Jordan Hiding. The stretch and the pitch. Strike outside corner, and it's Lumberjacks taking a strike here. Halber able to catch the corner with that one. Romansky takes his lead. the stretch, and here he comes. Swung on and missed. Wave got one way in front of him, and it's 1-2 now.
Nice ball. Come on, Jordo. Swing it with the meter, kid. Come on with the meter.
Look in by
The end of the stretch.
Halber, and here it comes.
Nice.
Fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes. I think Heidi better swing at anything close right now.
Come on,
And Romansky is back safely.
Come on, Jordo. Come on, Jordo. What do you say, Tim? Come on, kid.
And it's a ground ball up the middle, possibly 2. Step on second, the throw to first is in time, double play. And that will do it, and the ball game is over. Now Wisconsin Rapids will earn a 7-1 win here tonight in Wisconsin Valley Conference play. We'll take a timeout, come back and recap the score at the end of this. You're listening to Lumberjack Baseball, Fox Sports Radio, AM 1390 and FM 93.9. Give me 2 minutes and I'll wrap things up.